Hello all my Kenvians and welcome to a new episode of Snack-Kenn. Today is a very special episode. Going to be trying out some Valentine's holiday candies, and I realize that when this video comes out it's either going to be the day after Valentine's Day or 2 days after Valentine's Day, and I just want to apologize. Those of you that follow me on social media already know I've been feeling rather rough. So I just haven't been feeling the drive to record, and despite the fact how much I love sweets and doing these videos, I haven't even felt the drive to really record this, but I feel like I'm starting to get a little bit better now. So in order to celebrate, shall we say, me no longer feeling like complete crap, I'm going to try out a variety of different Valentine's Day themed candies, and hopefully by the time this comes out, or when this comes out, I'll be able to give you all an idea of what's a good thing, like what are some good things to keep an eye out for, because after the holidays, like for the first few days afterward, candy sales. So you'll be able to find these things for pretty cheap. Some of them might not be readily available, but still some of them might be, and hopefully it will be some of the good ones. So to start off with, we have a few Ghirardelli candies to try out. The first of which is going to be Strawberry Bark, a milk chocolate caramel duet hearts, which actually I've never actually tried this particular kind. I tend to like the chocolate with caramel Ghirardelli chocolates, but we'll see. And then finally, one that I just found out about, like I literally just bought this yesterday, Valentine's white chocolate creme brulee squares. So I'm going to hold that one until the last of the three, but let's get started with, let's just get started with the milk chocolate caramel duet hearts, because, well, why not? It's a Valentine's Day video after all. Oh, how cute. It basically just, this is what comes in it. Now, I think that this little package was basically $1, if I remember correctly. So if that goes on sale, I'd say you're getting your money's worth if you can get these for like 50 cents or something like that. But let's see how they taste. Aw, that's actually pretty cute. It's a double hearts. I thought it was just going to be basically like, you know, each package was going to have a heart in it. So I like the fact that they did at least go with that design choice. And as usual with the Ghirardelli, chocolate and caramel does not disappoint. If you are a fan of, oh, what's the one candy bar? I think it's Caramello, maybe? But basically, if you're a fan of the candy bars where you bite into it and it's just this nice runny caramel inside, I definitely recommend the Ghirardelli, like chocolate hearts here, or really even their squares. It's just about the same no matter what, but you're guaranteed to have a good time. Again, as long as you like caramel. And now it's time for the Strawberry Bark. Yes, it seems like, at least recently, strawberry has been a more prevalent theme coming out in candies. Maybe I just haven't paid attention to it as far as Valentine's Day goes, but I feel like I remember like cherry and things like that, other red fruits sort of being the focus of a lot of candy, but I'm interested to see how the Strawberry Bark here tastes. And based on the picture at least, it looks like it might actually have little bits of strawberry in it. Or it's most likely just like, you know, colored sugar, but as you can see, like the little pink spots in the white chocolate there. I'm willing to bet, again, it's just like a colored sugar in there, most likely flavored with some strawberry. And we do have a little bit of white chocolate and milk chocolate as well, so let's see how it tastes. You know what? It's not bad. Not as much strawberry flavor as I was expecting to come out of it. It was actually very subtle, but at least in my opinion, that makes the strawberry a bit more enticing even. It tastes a bit like strawberry ice cream, but without Actually, no, it tastes a little bit like strawberry ice cream, which actually works out properly, I guess you would say, because we have the vanilla, the chocolate, and the strawberry, so you kind of have a little bit of Neapolitan ice cream here in a little bar. And it actually, that's what the taste reminds me of. So yeah, I really like that. I don't know that I would call it strawberry bark, personally, just because the strawberry flavor isn't as strong, but I really do like the direction they went with this. So if they ever decide to rebrand this, I would say call it Neapolitan bark. Okay, now it's time for the big one of the Ghirardellis. It is the Valentine's white chocolate creme brulee squares. And this one will actually be interesting just to see because I haven't had creme brulee that often. And the last time I did was years ago at the very least, so I'm not entirely sure what to expect flavor-wise here. So might as well bite right into it and find out. Okay, now, as someone with a sweet tooth, this is definitely right up my alley. It might be too sweet for people who aren't fans of, like, you know, just intensely sweet candies. But, like, the little bits of brown there in the white chocolate is some crystallized caramel. And it mixes very well with the white chocolate. And, again, although I'm not entirely familiar with just creme brulee by itself, this does very much remind me of creme brulee lattes that you get around Christmas time, I think, from Starbucks. And it's a really good flavor. Again, might be a little bit too sweet for people who don't like really sweet things, but for people with a sweet tooth like me, this might be right up your alley. So if you're willing to, if you just want to give it a try, see if you can find any of the smaller sample sizes. But again, if you're a fan of sweets like me, I don't think you can really go wrong with getting a big bag. So yeah, the Ghirardelli Valentine's white chocolate creme brulee definitely gets a thumbs up from me. Moving on. Alright, next I'm going to be trying a few more chocolate hearts, one of which is pretty typical, or at least based on other things I've tried, it's going to be pretty typical. And then one's going to be definitely a bit weird. First up, we're going to have Hershey's Extra Creamy Milk Chocolate filled with strawberry cream. I can only assume this one's going to be pretty good, but it's hard to tell sometimes with Hershey's. Sometimes they hit a home run, sometimes not so much. And then the one that I'm truly curious about is some Dove Hearts Pink Champagne and Milk Chocolate Swirl. I have no idea what to expect from this because, to be honest, I don't drink champagne that often, so I'm not entirely sure of its flavor. So I'm not sure what to expect from that. But let's start off with the Hershey's Extra Creamy Milk Chocolate filled with strawberry cream hearts. And, oh, so sweet, just that nice little heart. And let's bite right into it, see how it is. I know I said that sometimes with Hershey's it's hard to tell which way it's going to go. Sometimes they're really good, sometimes not so much. I hate to say this, but this one's on the not so much side. It's... I don't even know what the taste is exactly. It's like the milk chocolate is fine, I guess. It's Hershey's chocolate. But then the strawberry cream in the middle, it's very strong, like almost kind of chemically tasting strong, which is a major put-off. I mean, it doesn't taste like strawberry fruit. It doesn't taste like strawberry ice cream. It's just like this really strong flavor that kind of reminds you of strawberry. So yeah, unfortunately, I would personally recommend avoiding the Hershey's Extra Creamy Milk Chocolate with the strawberry center. I mean, it's unfortunate because I was hoping it would at least be kind of good. Like, even if it wasn't great, I would still want to snack on it, but I'm gonna be honest, not a fan. And usually I like rich chocolates. Again, sweet tooth here. But it's not even that it's rich, it's just too much. I feel like they just really, they didn't do well on the strawberry flavor, which I think is the major problem there. But moving on from there, let's try out the champagne. Whew. Okay, yeah, again, I'm not familiar with the flavor of champagne, but I have smelled it. And there is definitely a champagne-ish scent or aroma coming from here. And it's familiar? I don't know that it's good. It's an interesting aroma, shall we say. But, you know, sometimes the scent of something isn't necessarily indicative of its true flavor. Let's see what the little thing on the inside says here. The best things in life are chocolate. Well, that may be true in some cases, but we'll see. Alright, so yeah, they did like really cute there with the chocolate and pink swirls. Now, if I remember correctly, I actually have had raspberry chocolate that looks a lot like this. So the fact that this is going to be champagne, interested to see. Okay, maybe it's just the fact that I don't like champagne apparently, or at least the flavor that they went with here is not the best flavor of champagne, but yeah, not a fan of those either. I would probably actually rank that one the lowest so far, even underneath the Hershey's Strawberry Cream Hearts. So I don't know, if you're a person who's a fan of champagne and the flavor of it, like, you might like this, but there was something like when I took a bite out of the chocolate, I don't know if it was just sort of muscle memory in my mouth or what, but I got this weird sensation of almost like a fizzing, kind of like when you drink champagne or something similar to it. And it wasn't a good experience. Maybe it's just that whatever champagne they used in this was really cheap champagne. Maybe that's the case, but yeah, the Hershey's and the Dove chocolates not doing great with, unfortunately, the Dove chocolate's probably ranking in the lowest there. I'll ask some of my friends to try these and see what they think, but yeah, I won't be trying those again personally. But moving on to the final two entries for this year's Valentine's Day Snack-Kenn episode, we have Vanilla Cream Heart Peeps, which is basically just vanilla marshmallows, and limited edition Love Oreo, which is apparently a sweet and tangy flavor cream. And it has 4 fun cookie designs just for Valentine's Day. Yay. But it's gonna save that one for last. Let's get right into the Peeps. Now, I know a lot of people, especially when it comes to around like the Easter holiday time, they just don't really like the Peeps flavors, and I can understand to a degree. Sorry how loud this unwrapping is. A lot of times they really go overboard with the coloring that they put on the Peeps, and that almost makes this very kind of bitter flavoring on top of the marshmallow itself. So I'm curious to see how they do these hearts, because I can definitely feel the texture that is usually the colored flavoring, but it looks just like a marshmallow with red dots or sprinkles on it all around, so I'm being hopeful. Again, I typically like Peeps despite the reputation they tend to have, but I'm very curious as to how this will turn out. Okay, so there is still a little bit of that sort of, again, I don't know if bitter is the right word, but the texture on the outside and the flavor of it is just the slightest bit off, as is with most Peeps. But I feel like this is actually one of the best Peeps marshmallows I've had because it's simple. They don't try to do a lot of changes with the flavor as far as the outside goes. It's like, it's vanilla, it's simple, and by some people's definitions that means it's boring. But if you're going to try Peeps marshmallows, I would recommend finding these. Just the vanilla Valentine's Day Peeps hearts. Especially if you've never tried Peeps before and you're interested, I would recommend giving these a try. Because, again, with the Easter ones you have like yellow and different colors. And there is a strange flavor to them, which is still somewhat present here, but very much diminished. I think it's just because they went with the white coating, and the others, like the colorings, may just have stronger flavors to them. Not entirely sure. It could be the dye or whatever it is. But regardless, I would definitely recommend trying these out, particularly if you're a fan of Peeps or you've never tried Peeps before. And now finally, the limited edition Love Oreos. And just so you know, I actually will be trying this kind again in the future, because I'm going to be doing a range of a bunch of different Oreos that are out on sale right now. And the thing is, right now when I'm trying this, I won't be doing it with milk, which is what I feel like is a big factor in sort of determining how good a cookie or an Oreo can be, you know, giving it a dunk in some milk. But I'm not doing that this time because I don't have any available. I can't place that scent, but it's very... It almost, not a sour gummy, but like a candy that is tangy. It has just that very citrusy smell to it, which is weird with it being an Oreo. So, actually, you know what? First thing I'm gonna do, bite right in. It's weird. It's not bad. It's actually pretty good. But it's weird. The flavoring works together, but it is conflicting at the same time. Is like, I think like the weirdest part of it is definitely the cream, that appropriately described sweet and tangy flavor to it. So let's see what it tastes like when I get just a nice big bite of just the cream. Oh! Whoa, okay. Very overpowering as far as the tangy aspect goes. Which, again, I don't know if it's a matter of the fact that it's in a cream or what, but the tanginess of it just feels so strange. It's almost like, and I can't place like what fruits it might be trying to imitate as far as citrus goes, but I keep getting these jabs of almost like drinking straight lemon juice or lime juice, just those shots of tang that you get from the citrus. And it's weird. So I'll try, I'll bite into it one last time just so I can get the full experience again. It's like combining the chocolate with the cream, which, based on the first impression, is the way to eat it. Okay, so while I was eating it just there at the end, I tried to think of what the flavor reminds me of. And this is going to sound bizarre, but it actually kind of reminds me of certain breakfast cereals, or at least the ones we have here in the US. At moments it kind of reminds me of Trix cereal, and then also Fruity Pebbles cereal, neither of which I've had in a long time, so it may just be sort of clouded memory. But those are the cereals that come to mind while I was eating it. Now, neither of those have chocolate in them, to the best of my knowledge, but combining the sweetness of the chocolate with the tang of the cream in the center, it actually does work pretty well. Now, I know some people, when they get Oreos, they love the cream in the middle. It's like they'll, take one half off or one cookie off, eat it, and they'll just like stack up the Oreos together to make an Oreo tower. We're weird in the U.S. I'm sorry, but this is one of those that it's good that it's just a limited time thing, and I can't really see anyone wanting to eat just the cream on this. It's definitely an Oreo where you want to have the full sandwich, I guess, or like the little cookie sandwich, whatever it is. So yeah, so I definitely am curious to see what it tastes like when dunked in milk, but that's something that I'll have to wait for another time. So, what do I think of these candies overall? And wait a second. Unless I'm mistaken, I have another candy that I should be trying. There's one that I missed. I shall return. Aha! There was one left. But before I get to the Lindt Lindor truffle, strawberries and cream white chocolate truffles. I'm a huge fan of Lindt, so this is a good thing that I saved it to last. But ranking the rest of these, I would say that number one would be the creme brulee Ghirardelli. Number two would be the strawberry bark squares. Next would be the caramel duet hearts. They're good. They're good. I mean, they're nothing special. They're just like designed special for Valentine's Day, but they're good. The Peeps vanilla hearts. After that, the Love Oreos. Again, weird, but pretty good. And then at the bottom, I would have to put Hershey's strawberry hearts, and then way at the bottom, the Dove chocolates with champagne. But to end the episode, I'm going to try out the Strawberries and Cream limited edition Lindt truffle, white chocolate truffle. I tried to say that all dramatically, but I feel like I kind of messed up. And just like the other one, only two in here at a time. So again, I feel like this was only $1, so not bad. And if you get it on sale, it will most likely be even less. But I am very curious as to what this is going to taste like compared to the others. Like Ghirardelli is some very good chocolates, but Lindt has almost always tended to be my favorite. So I'm curious how this, the strawberries and cream truffle, compares to the strawberry bark. So let's bite right in and find out. I don't even have to finish this whole thing. This is the best one. I'm glad that I forgot about it until the end, or I just realized that I had forgotten about it until the end. This is the best one of the bunch. Like, if the best way I could describe this, as far as flavor goes, is a strawberry malt. Like, I would say a strawberry shake, but there's something about if you get a malt, especially at some of those diners that are around in the U.S. I don't know if they do malts outside of the U.S. or not, but if you do come across a place that has a good strawberry malt, or even just a good, nice and thick, creamy strawberry milkshake, that's what this is. Just delicious strawberry malt milkshake in a bite. Yes, thumbs up. If any of these are around when you're at a store, and especially if they're on sale. Again, I'm going to try and get this out as soon after Valentine's Day as I possibly can. But if you see these around and you like strawberry, and especially strawberry milkshakes, get these. The strawberry, lost the bag here. Strawberries and cream Lindt Lindor truffles. Just absolutely amazing, delicious. So highly, highly recommended above all the rest, even though there were definitely some good ones in the stack there. Definitely some that I would avoid in the future. But that being said, everyone, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Snack-Kenn. If you have tried any of these, please do let me know your thoughts on them in the comments down below. And were there any Valentine's Day style candies that you tried? You know, other than just the typical, oh, chocolate hearts and all that, or like those variety chocolate hearts that have many chocolates, some of which may not be entirely edible, available in them. But yeah, I'm very interested to hear what you all have to say. And if you have any recommendations for future episodes of Snack-Kenn, I am very much open. I have gotten quite a few very cool recommendations in the past, some of which I'm looking into because some of them are not easily available here where I am. So I have to look online and or at specialty shops to see what might be available. But again, if you have anything you would like to recommend, please do leave it in the comments down below. And if there's anything you would like to send to me to have me try on camera, I will provide the address, the mailing address for Papa Ken Media in the description down below as well. So until next time, everyone, I am Papa Ken. Find these truffles, you will love them. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.